And to get on that story with Project Stars,
Yeah.
and they get on that story, shout out to B-Rock, Vay, because, you know, it's so many people. I'm going to just say this, rest in peace to Twister, really. And there's a lot of recipes since this situation happened. But when we go back to them days, it was just like, being with them guys there, it was celebrity status. You hear what I'm saying? And one thing I say about that situation is just more of, that was like the first, it was a hood thing, because that's how we all got connected. You know what I mean? It was a hood thing, and the country and project, they all connected. Like where we at right now, this is considered the country, Muscat Park and Road, you know what I mean? Down the way, that's what they would call it, you know what I mean? And it was so connected. At the time, I was booming so hard with music because, you know, I was the one that, you know, mama tried to keep me off the porch, you know what I mean? Wouldn't let me go outside because the neighborhood, the homies I grew up school, you know, they all came up in the street life wise, you know what I mean? But I was a nigga like with the Dr. Dre situation with Meet and Eazy, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to all the brothers that, you know, like I gotta say this, there's a lot of people that put me on with people that put me on that's not here no more. But it gets to the story is, somehow, Drizzle Third. If everybody know who the fuck Drizzle Third on Park and Road, Bunce. Grays Creek and down the way, Old Wilmington Road. Let me correct it. You feel what I'm saying? So Dre used to always hear me make beats. You know, they just come over here. Like my best friend was black. Shout out to him. He's doing 15 years. You know, shout out to Straight Black. And like they was always cousin. So they used to hear me make beats for them and stuff like that. And they was like, nigga, I know such and such. They'll help you out. Goddamn, I'm going to hook you up with my peoples, blah, 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 and let them hear you. So one day, B-Rock and Vade, they come over here, you know, they booked hella studio time. Back then, you know, I'm telling niggas like, just give me goddamn $20 an hour. They like, shit, we going to give you $500. Do you do the math? You know the math, right, young nigga? I'm like, okay. You know, I let them all in the studio. They making hella good music. My beats was kind of, I ain't gonna say I was the best nigga, I'm just starting. But my sound was so impact right then. You know what I mean? They kept just fucking with me. And then one day they was like, look, we're gonna buy this studio. And Project Stars, we're gonna buy this studio. And we want y'all, you know, we want to sign you as our producer and engineer. You know, I had paperwork, you know, like I said earlier when we was talking about the situation, I let my pops read the situation and, you know, he broke it down with the numbers, like, this is what you'll be getting, da-da-da-da, and we thought about it, talked about it, and he always told me, like, you don't need to put yourself in a situation like that. So, being the fact that B-Rock, that's a harder pit, you know what I mean, him and Vade, they came to an agreement, like, okay, you don't want to sign. We understand that. At the time, I was so talented, them niggas put me on like a payroll thing. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all, I was a broke-ass nigga, didn't know nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't even jumped off the porch yet. And keep the story real, them niggas had me so lit, that one made me jump off the porch. You know what I mean? But to get to the story, I'm just a young nigga with this talent, didn't know nothing. They take me into big studio equipment places, pick out what you need, boom, 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 I'm picking out what we need. They got a building in a room where we set up the equipment, you know, and they paid me every Monday. And then the money they was giving me every Monday, and like I said, then to throw this out there, when we traveled, I ain't had to spend nothing. You know what I mean? And to the point, it got so good, it started DJ Real. Like, if it wasn't from Project Star, DJ Real. And now y'all want to hear the story, how we start the DJ Real story? About with G-Unit and Tony Yayo? Y'all want to hear how the story start? Okay, y'all hear this out. Okay, y'all know about the history about all the good songs. Y'all remember Life in the Projects? Life in the Projects? Life in the Project. That was me singing, but I used a computer. Chickmunks, you know, Chickmunks was busting back then. Yeah. But anyway, to get to the story, how DJ Real started, like with Vag and B-Rock, we have a connection right now. I tell them all the time, nigga, nothing can stop me. You know what they tell me every time? boy, you gonna be a billionaire. God got something for you, no matter what you went through. And they used to get on my ass. When I used to fuck up and slap me in place. Nigga, you ain't gonna be like the other niggas and like these other niggas. And like I said, we lost a lot of niggas. They used to keep me in place. You feel me? When I wanted to be that and be this and be that, they was on my ass. Where your ass at? And cause I used to stay with B-Roy. I used to stay in the studio building. Where the studio, you know what I mean? So they was on my ass and like, I know they gonna watch this and I appreciate y'all niggas, you know what I mean? But to get to DJ Real, this is how DJ Real started. We had a show at Club Live. Y'all remember Live, right? Club Live. Is that what it was back in the day?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Carolina Live.
Carolina Live. I'm saying it wrong. There's so many clubs. Carolina Live was that shit back then, boy. Look. Like I said, they had everything.
I remember I seen you out there with Cakes doing that. I don't miss a call. Then y'all did.
That's before. Look, that's after the line. You feel me? Well, we can talk about that too.
But that's the club you talking about.
Yeah, the same club. But back then it was DarkSide Camp. Rest in peace to 30. Free 40. And, all the niggas that was with it. Shiggy Shun, Miss Mary. You watch and love y'all, baby, because it's a real life story. Back then, it was Project Star, and I'm not gonna sit here. It was a couple artists that was dope, like BTS. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple artists that was dope back then, but just at that time, DarkSide Camp and Project Stars had it lit. So one time we get booked for G Unit. This the time I guess 50 had some shit going on. Lloyd Bank? I forgot the name of the niggas that was in the clique at the time.
Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo.
But Young Buck wasn't at this situation. It was really a Tony Yayo show. They confused it and tried to make it like a G Unit show. So we get there. Tony Yayo ready to perform. We hear that because Project Stars was select, like they was them niggas, yo. You know what I mean? They Look, they got me on the shit I'm on now. Like, we can really see some shit in life. Y'all think, when I look at other artists, like, y'all thought y'all seen some that shit y'all doing? I've been doing it, but I don't take away from them. I'm like, man, I want more out of it. You feel me? With the moves I make. But to get back to that story, Yayo, he on some shit, like, he get on the mic and like, they like, Yayo, the DJ, because the DJ, everybody fuck with Project Stars and DarkSide. Like, you could not fuck with them. You didn't fuck with them, that you might have got your head toe in. That's how real it was. You know what I'm saying? It was so real one time. What's the nigga name? The nigga that went against Drake, the battle.
Not Meek Mill.
Not Meek Mill, the other nigga. The other nigga that got into it with him. I can't think of the name. What happened to that boy?
Oh, you talking about
you remember when they came to Fayetteville? Pusha T and his brother. That's when they was twins then. It was so real.
The clips.
It was so real, but we killed the show. But he said that. Them one day, we opened up for them one night. We won. They said, man, to be real, not to be funny, but these niggas killed the show. And I thank God they killed the show, because if they didn't, they probably would have killed us if we got them, didn't vote them. For real, man, as a legit, I'm making the first beat for Vago. You know what I mean? When I first met Vago, when they first gave me Cheese, me and him, I always played in church so I can play keys. So anytime a person will rap or do anything with a melody, I can kick in like with Lil' Cuz.
Immediately
straight to it. Like Lil' Cuz come to me. Boy, like I'm gonna break it back. See, I'm all over the place, and that's what Levi do, because Levi got so much just to bring it back and forth. I'm like a movie. He showed the top part, then he go back. But look, just to bring it to Cuz. He come to me one day, man, Cuz, I need something real turned up. And just to get to this point, that's how we made Shake the Room. And Shake the Room blew the city. Watch me turn up, you know what I mean? And it was just so big, you know what I mean? And just like with Project Star, get back to it. It was so big the same way how I look at situations. Like even with I Don't Miss a Call. You know what I mean? And like with SelfMade, it was the same thing. I never signed with SelfMade, but they paid me as a producer, and let's blow this shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to be real, shout out to Road Dogg. He know the fuck I'm talking about when I say Road Dogg. And that's Doc, DOC the man. Me and DOC the man was really on I Don't Miss a Call. It was just me and him at the first time. But what happened was I was recording the song with Luck. That's Paperboy Mafia. If everybody don't know Paperboy Mafia was a big thing then. You know what I mean? He was a big thing at the same time too. And it was just like the song I made, they all came in, it was like, that's the hit. He's like, we need everybody to be on the song. Like I said, if you check my background, I was always cool with just making songs with anybody. Like give the hook and beat. I never try to be the spotlight. But like I said, this year, 2023, I'm coming full. You know what I mean? I helped everybody. You know what I mean?
It's your time.
It's my time. Yeah, like even with that single, my two labels, and I love and I love Chill. It's Chill and L's, SelfMade. We came in, I don't miss a call. Like I tell everybody the same story. It was my song. I made the beat. And what's so crazy is, I'm gonna tell y'all know Tank, the football Tyler, Tank Tyler. He's a football player, no longer a football player. They had connection with him when he was in the NFL with these, at the time. And what's so crazy, he come to the studio. They invite him to the studio. He tell Chill and L that he ain't like the beat. I tried to sell the beat. I don't miss a call beat to Tank Taylor before, and he said he ain't like the beat. Later on, I said, and I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you gotta work off positive and negative. It had me so mad I wanted to get in the studio and do my thing. But anyway, I got in the studio. I did my thing, and after we made I Don't Miss a Call, I came up with the I Don't Miss a Call. Shout out to Sonny the Star.
Shout out.
Yeah, Star was with me when we made the song, and he's on the track. And like I said, the label told us to put everybody on that song. That shit popped off, and that's what it was. And just like with Project Star, that's what it was with that situation. And like with all that been going on, we here now with Bunce, Bril, and I get the same vibe. Like I tell my little cousin all the time, like when he first got on the radio, I don't discourage him and be like, I've been on the radio already. What I do is that's going hard because back then the radio and everything is different now.
Yeah, it's not the same.
I don't look at him. I don't be one of them mad ass uncles and be like, or mad ass family members be like, that shit didn't work for me. It ain't gonna work for you. When he say he want to do it, well, I said, cuz we gonna do it.